Okay, so let's take a look at 5.2, solving problems using right-angled triangles. So remember that we reviewed SOHCAHTOA, okay, and we reviewed how to use SOHCAHTOA, 90-degree triangles, sine is opposite over hypotenuse, and so forth. Let's take a look at example number 1. So a surveyor stands at point S and uses a laser transit and marking pole to sight two corners, A and B, on one side of a rectangular lot. The surveyor makes a reference point P on the line AB so that the line from P to S is perpendicular to AB. Corner A is 150 meters away from S and 34 degrees east of P. Corner B is 347 meters away from S and 69 degrees west of P. So they've given you the actual diagram here, but it's very important that you understand, if you read all of this, you should be able to come up with this diagram as well. Okay, so how long to the nearest meter is the lot? Okay, so we have to figure out how long to the nearest meter is the lot. Again, A and B on one side of a rectangular lot. So how long is this lot from here to here? So clearly, to figure out the distance from here to here, there are two 90-degree triangles at play. And what I did is I separated these two 90-degree triangles. The first 90-degree triangle had this 3490 with 150 here. The second 90-degree triangle had 69 degrees here with 347 and the x here. Now, we want to know this distance for the lot. We'll call it D. Okay, but one by one, we're going to figure out this little bit, which we've called x down here, and we will find this bit, which we called y down here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add x and y and figure out the entire length, which is d. So if we take a look at this, looking at this, this is a 90-degree triangle. We have 69 degrees. We're given this side length, and we're trying to find that side length. This side length here is the hypotenuse of the triangle, and according to this angle here, this is the opposite side. So we're going to use what relates opposite and hypotenuse would be sine. So sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. Filling in the blanks, this is going to be sine of 69 degrees is equal to opposite, which is x, all over hypotenuse, which is 347 meters. Now, of course, all we have to do here, since the x is already up top, we're going to cross multiply the 347. So we're going to get 347 sine of 69 is equal to x. Now I have a calculator number 1, so all I'm going to do is plug in 347 sine of 69, and I'm just going to press equals, and I will get 323, and we want to the nearest meter, but we will keep a couple decimal places right now, 0.95. We'll round afterwards. So x is equal to that. We're rounding our final answer to the nearest meter. Okay, so if you have a calculator number 1, you could just plug it in. Otherwise, calculator number 2 is you would have to press the 69 first, then sine, then 347, multiply by 347. On the second triangle, we are given 90 degrees, which means we can use SOHCAHTOA. We're given this angle. This is the side we want to find, and this is the side we have. According to this angle, this is the opposite side. This is the hypotenuse of the triangle across from 90. So again, what relates opposite and hypotenuse is sine. So sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So continuing this, we're going to get sine of, this case is 34 degrees, is opposite, which is y, all over hypotenuse, which is 150. Continuing this, all we have to do is cross the 150, cross multiply, so we'll get 150 sine of 34. If we do this, 150 sine of 34, we're going to get y is equal to 83.88, let's say, rounded. Make sure your calculator is in degrees, okay? And then, obviously, side length, or this d, which is the entire thing, d, would be x plus y. So adding those two things together, we're going to get x, which is 323.95, and we're going to add it to y, which is 83.88. So 323.95, and I'm going to add 83.88, and I'm going to get D is equal to 408 when we're rounding to the nearest whole number, and that is to the nearest meter. Okay, so I want you to go over this, and without looking at this diagram, I'd actually like you to read this and come up with a diagram on your own. Just remember, north, east, south, west goes like this. Never eat shredded wheat. And you should be able to come up with all of these, this entire drawing without any of this drawn for you, using just the words. So I'd ask you to try to do that on your own, then try the problem again, and this should be no problem. And we're going to take a look at example 2 in part 2 of my video.